Hello, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Jay Kaja. Today is day 15 of building our personal constitution. We are now covering our morning routine. Our morning routine is extremely important, and I feel that if you don't have anything else, you need to at least have this one and our next one, which will be our evening routine. A little FYI, I am creating a personalized affirmation app, and if you haven't done so already, go to my description box, join our emailing listing if you are interested for when it comes out, and to answer my survey so I understand what your needs are. Thank you, I love you, and let's continue with the rest of the video. Your morning routine sets you up for the entire day. If you wake up and the first thing you do is scroll on your phone and you doom scroll, you watch TV, you try to go back to sleep, you're not really present with yourself. What are you doing with your life? Why are you voluntarily deciding to wake up like a bum? Why are you deciding to wake up like a bum? Are you a bum? And if you're watching this video and actually trying to make your life better, then you're not a bum. But we got to make sure we take out all our bum tendencies. For instance, for me, in the morning, sometimes I do scroll on my phone just a little bit, but I'm getting better at it. I'm trying to throw my phone across the room sometimes if I do that. But in the morning, I'll wake up. If I'm feeling extra sleepy or extra lazy, I'll do a child's pose and just start stretching in my bed. Any type of movement is better than none, because then you're more likely to fall back asleep. You're more likely to ignore your alarm. You're more likely to start your day later. And who wants to do that? Because then you'll start hating yourself. Anywho, so I'll stretch a little bit. I have a water bottle by my bed. I'll drink my water. I'll take my vitamins right by my bed. I have one right here, but literally they're right by my bed to make sure that I'm actually doing something and having to consciously decide okay, I need to treat my body, and I take my vitamins. Cool. Next thing I do, sometimes when I'm feeling extra lazy, I'll just slide off my bed. Or if I'm feeling okay, I just need to get up, I literally just jump up out of my bed and I'm okay, up, 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 right? You can decide what is best for you, and then I'll start stretching. I'll put either my TV on and have guided yoga for me to follow, because I don't want to put my thinking brain on. Or other times I'm just in my own world. I'm just moving and I'm flaring around. You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to be perfect. I just do any type of movement. Sometimes I just reach up to the sky and then bend down and touch my toes, and I do a million times. Other mornings, when I know I'm not working out that day, I'll do some ab workouts. It's not really a workout. It's like a dead bug. Do you guys know what dead bug is? I'm not going to demonstrate what a dead bug is, but pretty much I lay on my back and then my legs are up and my arms are up, and I alternate putting my legs and arms down. So if I put my left leg down, I put my right arm down at the same time. Just look it up. Just look it up. Just look it up. I'm not going to try to explain this anymore. But pretty much I'll do that. It engages my core. It makes me connect with my body, and to make sure I'm not arching my back, and I'm okay, I'm awake. Of course, drink water, brush my teeth, wash my face, eat breakfast. I make sure to do these things very slow. I don't like to wake up in a rush. For me, I wake up fairly early. I wake up between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. depending on the day. But I know I have a busy day, and I know if I had enough sleep the night before, I typically will naturally wake up around 6, 7. But if I'm feeling a little slower, or I went to bed later, I'll wake up naturally around 7 or 8. And if you're someone that's not really necessarily a morning person, you need to just have a routine that makes sure that whatever time you wake up, it is slow and productive and very soothing for you. Growing up, my family would always make fun of me. It was I wake up super early and I'm eating breakfast and I watch my little show. Even when I had to go to school, in grade school and stuff, I hated rushing while waking up. I wanted to take my time in the bathroom. I wanted to take my time for my breakfast. I wanted to have enough time to watch George Lopez on TV before I had to go catch the bus. And I'd literally wake up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. in the morning to get ready for 2.5 hours. And it's not even me putting on makeup. It's just me slowly waking myself up. If you know you're a slow person in the morning, give yourself that grace. Not everything has to be fast-paced, hustle, bustle, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. We don't need to do that anymore. Of course, if you wake up really early for work anyways, this could be different for you, but you need to figure out something that allows you to mentally and spiritually and emotionally prepare for your workday, so you're not all groggy and finally waking up once you get to work. I like to feel awake, and I'd like to feel somewhat energized before I have to clock in to my job. Of course, your morning routine during the weekday versus the weekend, or we can just say the days you work versus the days you're off, will look completely different. I know a lot of times when people wake up in their off days, they sleep in. I typically wake up even earlier on my off days because I like to go enjoy the sun. I like to go to a farmer's market. I like to go work out. I like to just walk around and be up with my family, or journal. I typically journal during the evenings, but some mornings when I feel very, I don't know, enticed to do so, I journal in the morning. I write down what I'm grateful for. I do anything that makes me feel like really good. I might read a book, I might color, I might do some embroidery. I do artsy fartsy stuff during the mornings because the mornings are a lot slower and I'm not interacting or socializing with people during that moment. So it's a time for me to enjoy like little cute hobbies I like. On the days that I am busy but I'm not necessarily working, I'll typically do any work I need to do in the morning because, again, it's super quiet. It's the most productive time for me to do that stuff. Most important, productive time for me to do any of those things. So that way, when it's around like between, let's say, noon and like 3 o'clock, when everyone's like coming around, when you're more likely socializing, you're eating lunch with others, you can fully be there with those people without having to think about every single task you have to do because you did a majority of it in that morning. I say that as I wake up at 6 a.m., right? So from 6 to like 12 or 1, I'm doing any side hustles, any side projects, any additional work that I want to do. So that the rest of the day, it's not like hanging over my head and like it's already out the way and I can enjoy the sun. I can enjoy my time with my friends because a lot of my friends, they don't typically wake up as early or they may sleep in or they have work and then I won't be able to see them until a later time. So that way when I get to be around them, I'm not like, oh my goodness, sorry, like I have to do this. Our days feel so much shorter when we wake up during the time when we're supposed to be somewhere. You want to wake up even earlier so that you can get those things out of the way and you can fully enjoy being with your friends and family, of course, with your family. If you want to instill confidence and reassurance in yourself while creating your personal constitution, follow my channel of Firmly Active Affirmations, where you'll find affirmations, EFT tapping, guided yoga, and so much more. For soundscapes such as brown noise, rain sounds, and even TV static, to sleep, study, and meditate too, follow my channel of Firmly Sounds. I typically don't like when my mornings look exactly the same every single day. Granted, we are talking about routines, so routines does mean like doing something like over and over again, right? But the way you can add some variety to your morning routines is like, okay, let's say on your off day, one day you decide to read a book, or another day you decide to do a puzzle, and another day you decide to do or go to the farmer's market or go for a walk. You can kind of decide like during that your me special time that you have for yourself what you could do during that time. I usually have like a list of things that I like to do and I'm like, you know what, I'm in the mood to read on my porch today. I can do that. You know what, I'm in the mood to go on a walk, and I go on a walk for an hour and then I come back and I'm working the rest of the day, who knows, but the morning time allows you to wake up and like really be present with yourself, and you want to make sure you don't rob yourself of that because you only have one life and you do not want to spend your entire life hustling and bustling and working for others. And I don't say that like, oh, don't get a 9 to 5, but I'm saying that even on your off time, you are not investing in yourself, then what are you doing? Seriously. But pretty much, I want you guys to really sit down and decide what type of person you are in the morning. Are you someone that likes to relax? Are you someone that likes to get their work done in the morning and then relax later in the evening? You need to make that decision so that the days that or the mornings that you have to incorporate that you already have a game plan, that your body's used to saying, okay, like we're going to get on the computer, we're going to do this. Okay, like we got to get up around this time because we got to stretch. Your body and your mind love routine. Although we do love adventure, we do love doing things differently, you want to make sure at least around the same time that you are, I don't want to say doing the same thing, I don't know how to phrase this, but you are letting your body know like, okay, this is work time, but as far as what work is in that time can vary. This is play time, okay? What playtime you decide to do can vary, but your body knows like, okay, we can turn on our relaxation mode. We can turn on our critical mode depending on what you do during that time. Now, you will have to like build that up because your body will at first be like, girl, what are you doing? I do not like this. And it'll really feel like an out of body experience. You'll like feel so rough and you're like, you know what? Just push through it, and then after a little while your body will get so used to it, you'll start waking up early on your own or even later. Again, do what's best for you, what makes your life better, what makes you happy, what makes you the most productive. But this ensures that you at least incorporate some type of me time during the day or some type of productive time if you're someone that's like quote unquote lazy. I won't say lazy because I'm the same way. You're not lazy, but it ensures that you are doing something for yourself. Okay, I hope that was really helpful. Again, take the time to really sit down and write out but what you'll be doing in your morning routines, why that's important to you, what that does for you, and how you can kind of like switch it up now, like then and again, to make sure that you don't feel bored or you feel like you're not doing anything for yourself. Again, as I said, My mornings are my me time, and that can go for reading, walking, artsy fartsy stuff like scrapbooking or puzzles or embroidery. Like, I like to have a variety during that time. You decide what that looks like for you, and being able to refer back to it whenever you feel lost, whenever you feel like out of whack, or like you're somewhere new and you're not sure what to do with yourself. You have this routine to keep you grounded. Okay, I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.